Alright, shalom. All praise, glory, and honor be to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kodash, Kala Laliam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahshai, Bahasham, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles of JMS Stone, and salutations to you, Akim, pushing this truth in all sincerity. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians, are the real Israelites. We are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. Alright, and the topic for this lesson will be about this one world digital identity and the unique identification. And it really sparked from this conversation I was hearing, some guys in tech, programmers, data analysts, some other professions in the IT department, was actually debating about, will the ID replace certain kind of paperwork like passport, voters ID, and some other documents, some other, kind of cards, that people use in them daily life. One was saying that's not going to happen, and the other one was saying, yeah, it's a one ID thing, everything will be fused in one, which is correct. Every document that you have, the whole idea of a digital society is to have one unique ID, with a unique number. But ultimately where it is going is the RFID microchip implant, which the identification that they ultimately want is something under your skin, which is the RFID microchip implant, okay, which will be done by surgical procedure, a syringe being used according to Revelation, the 13th chapter. That's how it is broken down. That word mark in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Now, one world digital identity, unique identification. According to ChatGPT, I put that in the ChatGPT, and they're saying that the concept of a one world digital identity or unique digital identification refers to a global standardized system where each individual has a single verifiable digital identity that can be used across borders and platforms. It is an ambitious idea that merges technology, governance, privacy, and ethics. Here's breakdown of what it involves, its potential benefit, risk, and current developments. Now, it's not just a concept. It's not just a concept. It's a concept being played out, just like how they're mentioning in the last part of this paragraph, and current developments, because this is something that is being played out upon the earth. Now, we get Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 1 says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." And this is talking about the formulation, of the New World Order. The wicked formulation of the New World Order, which is taking place right in front of our eyes. Alright, in the NLT, it says, "What sorrows await you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans. Alright, you rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so." So it's not just a concept, it's something that is being put in practice. It's something that they are actually doing to put together this New World Order. Alright, and as you see it mentioned, it merges technology, governance, privacy, and ethics. Now, What is the one word? What is a one-word digital identity? A one-word digital identity is a universal, secure, and interoperable digital ID that could be used for proving identity online or in person, like a passport or driver's license. So your passport will be replaced. You're not going to be walking around with passports, right? Like a separate entity from what they're trying to accomplish, or a separate thing, a separate book, a separate card, whatever it is. Everything is going to be merged into one, that single ID, that will be used for everything, proving identity online or in person. All right, like a passport or driver's license. So there you go, you have the driver's license, the passport, all of that going to be on one. Accessing government or private services like healthcare, education, banking. So your insurance card, your whatever you concerning healthcare or education, banking, all of that going to be in one. And that's the purpose, that's part of the purpose of this one world ID, one unique ID. It's going to be used for what? Voting in elections. So you're not going to, so the answer, to that is that you're not going to need a voter's ID separately, right? Everything is going to, your chip going to be able, or your ID, the unique ID, going to be able to do all these kind of business or whatever, all these kind of things that you're going to need to do in your daily life to operate in the system. That one unique ID is going to give you the access, right, to do all of those things, man. So voting in elections, travel and immigration procedures, digital contracts and signatures. All right, it would be globally recognized, potentially tied to biometrics, just like a national ID, right? The national ID, which is needs national identification system, which people already have some people already voluntarily sort out or take out their NIDS card. All right, so it consists of a potentially tied to biometrics, which is body measurement like fingerprints, facial recognition, all right, and verified through blockchain and other advanced security tech. And blockchain is another thing that we've been telling you about before it was even so loud in the media. So they mentioned the advantages like convenience, fraud reduction, financial inclusion, cross-border mobility, improve public services, risk concern, privacy, surveillance. Government or corporation could misuse the system to track behavior, all right, like China social credit score system. So these things are actually being practiced and playing out right in front of our eyes, all right, in and around us, man. See, let me just skip to the real world example and initiative. India's Aadhaar system, world largest biometric ID system. We've been teaching about, or been highlighting the system in Aadhaar. We have Estonia, when I mention here, so still we have China, World European EIDAS, digital ID for cross-border service in the EU. So right across the world, you have different countries, all these countries creating their national ID, this digital ID, all right, because really and truly everything is coming down to you having all of those documents on the chip to be implanted in your hand. Yeah, is it the future? The idea is gaining traction. The idea is being manifested. The idea is manifesting right in front of your eyes, man. Especially as AI, automation, and digital transformation increase, that's it playing out in front of you. Increase the need for secure identity verification. However, Its success and ethical integrity depend on transparent government, opt-in participation, robust privacy laws, international cooperation. And this will be a mandate. Ultimately it will be a mandate. So for people who, like we have volunteers right across the earth right now, different people in different parts of the earth, not so right across the earth, but in some major parts of the earth, like Sweden, you have US, yeah, you have different parts, different countries. Some people are already voluntarily taking their chip and is using it for business. We have done videos of showing you people paying for goods and paying for something by just scanning their risk on the POS machine. So this is something that is actually manifesting already. Yeah. So I ask, exploring for education purposes, and would like to know, will the RFID microchip be the ultimate option for digital identification? It's a great question and deep one, especially for education and exploration. Let's break it down honestly and clearly. Will the RFID microchips be ultimate option for digital identification? Short answer: RFID microchips could be used for digital identification, but they are not the ultimate or only solution, which it is. Why? Because Bible prophecy, even the Father said this is what's going to play out. I'm going to read that. And there are major technical, ethical, and societal barriers that may prevent widespread adoption, especially at a global scale. That's why they're going to use a global event. That's why they're going to use, just like they use the COVID-19 lockdown. That's, and if you don't have the job, you're not going to be able to have access. They're going to create where you call a false flag. All right, and this kind of false flag gonna be a thing where force a lot of people, all right, to actually take this trip, all right, because healthcare, finance, everything gonna be withdrawn, and people gonna be denied access. If they don't have the chip, they're not gonna be able to have access, all right. So you're gonna have a lot of people who actually take the chip. All right, what is an RFID microchip? But now if we're gonna further still, we just never want to make it too long. I'm gonna go just read Revelation 13 chapter. All right, when it says, and he calls it all, Revelation 13 verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And what will this mark do? That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So that's it. That one unique ID gonna be the thing where we give you access to everything. Alright? One unique ID. When you have that, you're gonna, I think there is actually let me see if we can find a picture of it. Digital ID. Let me see if we can find a picture of it. They show you the amount of things we have access to. Alright? From in all aspects of society, it will give you access to all of those. I was trying to find an image. Digital identity. Let me see if I can use this. If I not find it with this, then we'll just close the lesson. All right. Shalom.